Hello all. I'm going to briefly give another instance relating to our frauds, which I have come across during my study of the journals and other books and the SAFE journals and all that. You see, first of all, fraud is a global problem with no geographic boundaries. We have earlier touched upon this phrase elsewhere in our earlier topics. Fraud is a global problem with no geographical boundaries because of it can occur, first of all, at any place in the whole of the world, and it can occur at location A at one corner of the world, affecting somebody in location B at another corner of the world, thanks to the internet and the dependency on the internet and computers and all that one. Okay, now here what I would like to come across very interesting thing: spy versus spy. As said in one of my small tips, that to catch a thief, you have to engage a thief. Uh, Applying the same logic to catch a spy, you can employ somebody who also acts as a spy. Only thing is, the main spy is doing for another country or whatever, and this spy who's planted is spying on that. It's a very interesting case of Robert Hansen, who was actually very honest, family man, and all that one. But naturally, I mean, for everybody, there are always need for money for even something genuine purposes and all that. And so he got tempted or whatever. So uh, he came across and then he became a spy. He is a US citizen. He became a spy to the Russians. Okay, so he was actually arrested in Vienna way back in 2001. Point here is, he was charged with selling US secrets to the Soviet Union and then the Russian Federation for more than 1.4 million in cash. Why I am mentioning this is because of this element of amount involved, which itself is also a fraud. Is also a fraud. If you act as a spy, it happened in the case of nation to nation, but it can happen from a company to company. I mean, even uh, uh, a little comparison, I mean, like insider trading means if you know somebody in company A and you are working in company B, and because of some developments or something which the shares of, let us say, the company A are going to shoot up, and you get that information with your contact, make money by doing a share transaction. That is insider thing which we have discussed the other day. So here it's a spy. It is a national event that where one person who is in a very strategic department of the government, like a defense or this one, or intelligence, okay, working as a spy of another country, okay, divulging the important information that comes, taking photocopies of that, giving to them the plans, etc., etc., etc. So when there is some suspicion, the government have planted a very trustworthy young person under him as his assistant or whatever, actually to spy upon him, because unless you have anywhere concrete evidence, established evidence should be there. So you have to catch before you can call anybody on account of fraud or something. So that Robert Hansen has done like that for a cash of 1.4 million and diamonds, etc. And it spread over 22 years. Okay, so for a couple of decades, he was safely doing it. That's another point of the fraudster. He won't stop. He won't stop till he's caught and put behind bars. That is one of the weak points of a fraudster. Ultimately, he'll be caught. Till he is caught, he won't stop it. Okay. So, but however, he pleaded guilty to 15 counts as espionage and was sentenced to 15 life terms without the possibility of a parole. Okay, that is something the Justice Department took care. Was cornered none other than his assistant. Okay, whose name is Eric O'Neill. Okay, who was able to gather information. Okay, to the Justice Department, and then produce that evidence in pinning this Robert Henderson. Okay, so it is actually at those days the worst intelligence disaster in the history of US. Okay, uh, so this since these elements of frauds are also involved, even and actually even espionage is also a sort of part of the frauds only. So that's the reason I am just mentioning this case to so that the viewers will understand the concepts better by examining these things. And also, actually, there's a movie came in the based on this Spy versus Spy. Okay, the movie's name that came in 2007 is Bridge. Okay, and so those viewers who are interested can go watch that movie to get more highlight of it, what exactly has happened and all that one. So, to catch a spy, you employ another person to act as a spy on him. Similarly, to catch a thief, engage a person. Okay, and the thief, as the saying goes, to catch the thief. So these are all the some of the factors that are needed before we can nail somebody as a fraudster and bring him to justice with adequate evidence. Thank you.